I will be discussing on eMOSFET DC circuit analysis. A book referred for this is Circuit Analysis and Design. The author is D.A. Neiman. This is a reference book from your syllabus, from the Mumbai University syllabus. So we'll try to study DC analysis of N-type metal oxide semiconductor common source amplifier. So here this particular problem that is shown, VDD, this is nothing but a common source amplifier because here source is grounded, or it is made common and hence it is defined as a common source amplifier. Fine. Now before analysis, what we have to do is we have to do the DC analysis. So when you are doing the DC analysis, the capacitor, coupling capacitor CC, which is present at the input, it is open circuit. So due to that, the circuit will be modified in this fashion, which is shown by the DC analysis. So here input is AC signal is not considered since we are doing the DC analysis. So based on this, I'm supposed to find out the voltage VG, which is at the gate terminal. Fine. Then later on, the VG that is found out, it is the ratio of the two resistance. Since R2 is grounded and VG is across R2, so relation comes out to be VG is equal to R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VDD. So that is the statistical value of voltage VG at the gate terminal. Then the gate to current, the drain current, which is given by a Shockley's relation, that is ID is equal to Kn into VGS minus VTN whole square. VGS is the gate to source voltage and VTN is the pinch off voltage or the threshold voltage when no gate to source voltage is applied, or we can say at the initial condition. So drain to source voltage under that condition is VDS is equal to a difference of the voltage VDD minus IDRD. So it is given over here. So when VDS is made greater than the saturation voltage from drain to source, it is given by VGS minus VTN. Then the transistor is forward bias, or transistor remains in saturation region. So that is why it will work under this condition, but when it is less than that, it is in non-saturation mode. So the transistor cannot perform as an amplifier. So in order to make it work as an amplifier, the MOSFET has to be worked in saturation region. So power dissipated when no gate signal. Second example, now based on the similar lineup, we are considering the common source amplifier. So calculate the drain current and drain to source voltage of a common source circuit with an N-channel enhancement mode MOSFET, power dissipated, and also find the power dissipated in the transistor. So for the given circuit, we are considering some values here. R1 is equal to 30K, R2 is equal to 20K, resistance RD is again 20K, supply voltage VDD is 5 volts, and VTN, as I have told you when we were doing the module 1, that time Generally VTN is given by a manufacturer, so we don't have to worry about it, how it has been designed, even for the value of Kn. These things were primitively told to you. So VTN is equal to 1 volt and Kn is equal to 0.1 milliamperes uh, per voltage square. Okay. So in order to find out Vg, what we do is we apply a voltage divider rule. Fine. Here is your Vg. VGS, and this is going to VDD, which is equal to 5 volts. Now here value of R1 is equal to 30K, and value of R2 is equal to 20 kilo ohms. So VGS is certainly equal to R2 upon R1 plus R2. So that is why this particular relation comes, which is stated over here. Vg is equal to VGS R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VDD. So VGS comes out to be equal to 2 volts. Since the transistor is in saturation, the drain current will be given by the Shockley's relation. So it is given by ID is equal to Kn into VGS, and the power dissipated is ID into VDS. So again you know the values, and you, after substituting all these values, the power dissipated comes out to be 0.3 milliwatts. Second problem. So exercise problem for the transistor in the circuit, in the figure which is represented by a figure number as 3.28. This particular problem is taken from chapter 3 of David Niemann. So that is why this figure is referred as 3.28. So nominal parameter values VTN is 0.6 volt, Kn is 0.5 milliamperes per volt degree. You have to determine the quiescent conditions VGSQ, IDSQ and VDSQ. Determine the range in ID and VDS when values for plus minus 5% variation in VTN and Kn is considered. Ignore the answers given over here. They may not fall in our given condition. So here, using the Shockley's relation, the current is given as ID is equal to Kn into VGS minus VTN whole square. So these are the collective parameters that are given on the problem base, and VGS is equal to R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VDD. So you substitute the value of VGS. Okay, here we have two different biasing voltages, external biasing voltages. One is at plus 2.5 and another is at minus 2.5. Either you can club them together or you can take independently. I have taken independently. So I am substituting the value as 2.5 divided by 3, which comes out to be 0.833 volts. Next, when VGS is equal to minus VDD, that is 2.5 volts. So that time it comes out to be minus 1.6 volt. So you take the total combination of add them together. Previously, when VGS obtained by using VDD is equal to plus 2.5 volts, that time VGS was 0.28, and now when VDD is negative, it comes out to be minus 1.6 volts. So when you add them, you should get the value as minus 0.8 volts. So IDQ is equal to Kn into VGS minus VTN whole square. Now here I have taken a positive value because I am considering the absolute value. I am not worried about the reversal of the sign because current will not reverse since it's a common source configuration. So we have to consider the absolute value over here. So that is why VGS is coming out to be positive, and I have substituted over here. So after substituting, you get current as 0.45. So next, here VDSQ is VDD minus IDRD. VDD is 2.4 volts, and after substituting the value of IDRD, this comes out to be 0.7 volts. Now VDS sat value here, the saturation value, this comes out to be 0.3 volts after substituting as VGS minus VTN. So VGS you have calculated over here, right? Sorry, in the previous slide. So here after substituting you get it as 0.3 volts, and VGS is nothing but under root of IDSQ upon R plus VTN. So IDSQ was calculated as 0.045 milliamperes upon the value of K. So K. Now we have to calculate the drain current IDS, substituting it on the Shockley's relation, which is given by K in bracket VGS minus VTN whole square. So substitute the value of VGS as 0.9 volts and your VTN or the pinch off voltage as 0.5, and value of K is 0.5. So you will get the answer as 0.08 milliamperes. So range of current will lie from the minimum value to maximum value to which it can be pulled. So minimum value of your drain current is 0.04 milliamperes, and the maximum range of the drain current is 0.08 milliamperes. So your current range is within a limit of 0.045 milliamperes to 0.08 milliamperes. Similarly, your saturation drain voltage lies in the range from 0.31 volts to 0.7 volts.